Good morning. Welcome to the Wichita Police Department Interwatch, Wednesday, October the 4th. Today is National Walk Bike to School Day. Despite the weather, the rainy weather that we're having currently, and we've had earlier this morning, Wichita police officers and other first responders were at Beach Elementary in the 1830 South Cypress this morning. And for this National Walk and Bike to School event, walking the children to school. We have some pictures of this event we'll be posting on our Facebook page momentarily. This event does promote healthier habits and having kids engaged in regular physical activity of walking or biking to school. Also promotes safety and teaching students to use crosswalks and a safe way to use streets and sidewalks in getting to and from school. Also helps teach drivers to drive slowly in the area of schools and be defensive drivers, watching for students. And it also promotes the community by reducing traffic congestion and is a way to bring families, neighbors, school officials, and community leaders together. So a great event today. Again, at Cypress, 1830 South Cypress at Beach Elementary. We'll post some pictures on our Facebook page this morning. And we do encourage students and others to walk to school, to promote safety, to promote health, and to promote the community. Two cases we're going to cover in our Interwatch. Going to be an aggravated robbery that occurred yesterday on North Nims, and then there was the shooting that occurred late afternoon in 1100 block of South Webb. We'll cover a little bit of information on that as well. First case is the aggravated robbery, case number 68319. 700 block of North Nims is the area it occurred at about 1 p.m. yesterday afternoon. On Tuesday, October 3rd, approximately 1 p.m., officers were dispatched to a robbery report at the Mark 8 Hotel in 1100 block of North Broadway. When officers arrived there, they made contact with a 32-year-old male who stated that he was in Riverside Park when he was approached by a suspect wearing a ski mask. The victim stated the male displayed a handgun and demanded money. The victim was able to run away from the suspect, and there was no loss. And if we ask if you have any additional information on the case, to please call detectives 268-4407 or Crime Stoppers at 267-2111. Suspect description is going to be an unknown white male in his 50s, 5'3", 140 pounds. He was last seen wearing a black ski mask and a dark blue hoodie, and again was armed with a black handgun. This is a similar description to the robbery that we put out yesterday, occurring in the 1000 block of North Topeka, that occurred early yesterday morning. Investigators are still working to see if these are potentially connected, and currently investigating these cases to see if they can identify a suspect.
Did the suspect say anything to the man? What was that interaction like?
Right, I don't have if there was anything that the suspect specifically said, other than the fact that the suspect did display a handgun and was demanding money, and the victim was able to retreat from the situation and get away and call police.
Since you guys went to the market,
Sure.
Are we saying that possibly the victim might be homeless, or, do you know?
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
From my understanding, that's where the victim resides at this point. Riverside Park. Yeah, Riverside Park.
What was that, 100 block?
700. He was sitting in the park when approached by the male.
And again, you mentioned the robbery earlier that morning in
Right.
the 1000 block of North Topeka. Can you describe that incident?
Yeah, I don't have it with me. I can get you what I put out yesterday. We spoke about it yesterday at Interwatch, and I can get that for you. But I don't have exactly. There was two individuals that were approached basically by an unknown suspect who had produced a handgun and was demanding property and money, and cell phones were taken is the basis of it. But I can get you exactly what I put out.
Did you say the one that happened in Riverside?
Mm-hmm.
The suspect was on foot?
Yes, yeah, both of them. The suspect was on foot.
There were two then.
Well, the one that I gave out yesterday, the suspect was on foot as well.
So do we know what direction they took off on?
I don't have that direction, right. I don't have a direction of travel, but they did flee on foot, and the victim fled as well. All right, second case is going to be an aggravated battery firearms case. Case number 68361. This occurred yesterday afternoon about 3:30 in the 1100 block of South Webb. Tuesday, October 3rd, at approximately 3:30, officers were dispatched to a shooting call at an apartment complex in the 1100 block of South Webb. When officers arrived, they made contact with a 23-year-old male who had a gunshot wound to his leg. The victim was transported to an area hospital for medical treatment and has since been released from the hospital. The investigation has shown that a 22-year-old female arrived at the apartment of the victim along with two unknown suspects to meet the victim. While inside of the residence, one of the unknown suspects produced a handgun, pointed it at a 20-year-old male who was also in the apartment, and then shot our victim one time. The 22-year-old female and two other suspects fled the scene in a red four-door passenger vehicle. There were multiple other witnesses in the apartment at the time of the incident. Officers and investigators worked well into the evening for several hours on this case. This diligent work led to the arrest of a 21-year-old male who was arrested and booked into jail for one count of aggravated battery and felon in possession of firearm. A second suspect has also been identified in the case, and this is still a current, ongoing, active investigation. We do have asked if anybody has any additional information on the case to please call us at 268-4407. That's our detectives. Or Crime Stoppers at 267-2111. Drugs. This was drug related.
Any gang relation?
I don't have any information on gang related, but it was drug related.
How did they know? Was it like an online solicitation?
Just through the investigation, through interviewing individuals, they were able to determine. Oh, I'm sorry.
Suspects know the victim. Like, were they friends? Or
I don't know the exact relationship as far as how they knew it. There was two of them that were unknown, and then we were able to identify one and arrest one and identify another one. So there's still one unknown suspect at this time.
So it's kind of a 22-year-old knew the victim and then knew the two suspects, right? The female?
Through the investigation, we were able to determine who the suspects were. Two of them, basically. Yeah.
And do you know what type of drug this was under?
I don't have a type.
How old was the victim?
23. And he's been treated and released.
Did he suffer multiple wounds?
No, just one.
Just one?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say whether or not they knew each other? Everybody knew each other?
I don't know the relation between everybody, but through the investigation, we were able to identify one individual, and he was arrested, and also identify another suspect as well. We have one unknown suspect still that we're working. Again, it's a still active investigation. We're working to identify everybody involved. All right, one last thing I want to put out is that school's been underway for several weeks, and I just want to give a reminder to all drivers to make sure that vehicles are coming to a complete stop when approaching or overtaking school buses, and they are stopped with their stop sign extended. This is addressed specifically in City Ordinance 1138-330B, which states the driver of a vehicle meeting or overtaking from either direction any school bus stopped on the highway shall stop before reaching such school bus when there is in operation on and said school bus flashing red lights and a stop signal arm, and said driver shall not proceed until such school bus resumes motion or said driver is signaled by the school bus driver to proceed, or the flashing red lights and the stop signal arm are no longer actuated. So officers are dedicated to making sure students arrive to and from school safely, and officers are regularly monitoring areas where kids are picked up to ensure vehicles are following the proper rules when school bus signs are extended. So we're asking everybody to make sure we do our part in helping keep Wichita students safe.
Any cases, Charlie, where kids been in trouble in one? Have you guys written tickets for this kind of thing?
Yes, yeah, the officers have been out enforcing it,
Do you
correct.
know any?
I don't have a number. I could work on getting something, but I don't have a number right now. Anything else?
Is this you bring this up, is it a growing concern? I mean, are you guys seeing a lot of it?
We have been contacted by by individuals that have brought up a concern that the cars are not stopping for school buses, stop signs when the stop sign's extended. So that's why we're putting out the reminder, and we're going to continue to proactively monitor these areas to ensure that kids are getting to and from school safely.
Does this have any relation to the pedestrian that was hit by Truesdale Middle School?
No, I don't have any knowledge of that case or what occurred in that case at this time. So no, that doesn't have any connection to that at this point. Anything else? All right. Have a great Wednesday.